to Music She Missed, the podcast where I attempt to enlighten my best friend in some of the most popular music that impacts our lives. I'm Allison.
And I'm Rachel, who missed all the music.
And Rachel, this podcast is all about sharing the music we love and connecting with each other and helping you grow in your musical discovery. So today I have a question for you about childhood music.
Okay.
I know that you grew up playing the piano.
Mm-hmm.
But did your family ever play or perform music together?
We did. We had a summer camp place called White Sulphur Springs.
Okay.
And so we would play music together, but it would be like more Christian hymns or things like that.
Like out of a hymnal, singing a cappella, or
Praise and worship, like stuff around the campfire, things
with
like
one
that.
guitar, kind of chilling.
Pretty much Boy Scout, Girl Scout look kind of thing.
Okay.
You know.
Sure.
S'mores and such.
S'mores and Jesus.
S'mores and Jesus. Amen, sister. All right. Well, so what about your childhood?
So you know that a couple of my family members are actual professional musicians.
Yes, they are.
So for me, growing up, singing and playing music together was a really big part of my upbringing. We had tons of family gatherings on both sides, my mom's side and my dad's side, where we would perform and sing, and we used to have lots
For
of...
each other?
Yeah, but like everybody would sing, and there's like wine involved, and people start dancing because they're doing a bunch of oldies, you know.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, my family's parties are like awesome.
Hip hopping.
More like oldies hopping.
Oldies hopping. I like that.
Yeah. And I asked you that because a lot of the songs that I grew up singing and playing are oldies. And I know that you love oldies too.
I do love oldies.
So our group today for the big reveal, which we haven't done our drum roll yet.
No.
But they are in the oldies classic rock category. So I have I'm crossing my fingers that you might like this week.
I think I will.
Okay.
I'm excited. Okay, you ready?
I'm ready for the drum roll. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's
All right,
do it.
It's the Rolling Stones.
I don't know any songs by the Rolling Stones.
Okay.
Wait, they have a magazine. Right? No, that's right.
It's Rolling Stone.
Stones, multiple stones, whatever.
Okay. So
wait, so is the magazine affiliated with the Rolling Stones?
They both come from the same lyric in a Muddy Waters song. Muddy Waters is a old American blues musician, and he has Like a Rolling Stone.
Oh.
Or he talks about a Rolling Stone in his song. So both got their name from that.
Oh. So the band of the Rolling Stones named themselves after a song that they heard
By Muddy Waters.
by Muddy Waters.
That's right.
Interesting. I never knew. And that's where they got the magazine.
Yep.
Was the magazine first?
No, the Rolling Stones are first. So let's start. Tell me, what do you already know about the Rolling Stones? Magazine excluded.
Magazine included. So you told me that they're oldies, rock.
Mm-hmm. Do you know more about what kind of music they make or what they're famous for?
No.
Okay.
I know there are guys in the band.
Okay.
There's lyrics to the song.
Can you name any people in the band?
No.
Okay.
Should I know? No. I don't even know if... Moving on. Go on. Next question.
Okay. Can you name any songs by the Rolling Stones?
No.
Are you sure?
The oldie song that I can think of right now is My Girl. No, that's not them.
That's definitely not them.
Splishing and a splashing. No.
Also not them.
I'm just going through some of the old songs that I know. Pass. Moving
Okay.
on.
So I'm gonna tell you some names of some of their songs.
Okay.
And then you can pass, or maybe it sounds familiar.
Okay.
Jumpin' Jack Flash.
Is that Jumpin' and Jivin'?
No.
No, that's okay. Then no, pass.
Okay. Beast of Burden.
Pass. I don't even know what that means.
Start Me Up.
I don't know where you're going.
Okay. You Can't Always Get What You Want. You can't finish that sentence. You can't always get what you want, but
You can get it here. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's okay. That's okay. All right, last one. Satisfaction.
Oh!
As in, I can't.
Bear with me. Give me a second. Satisfaction. I can't. I don't know.
Okay, so when I say the word satisfaction.
I think I know a song named Satisfaction.
Okay.
I'm excited because I'm about to hear the song maybe this week.
Well, you're definitely going to hear it this week. So here's the format of the show for our new listeners. We've had our big reveal. You've got some homework. You've got to listen to the Rolling Stones.
On our Spotify account.
Which is Spotify:/user:/music she missed. And you can click on that and listen to the Rolling Stones every day for a week. You got to listen to the whole playlist. It's about an hour.
Okay.
Then in a few moments for our audience and a week for you and me, we'll come back together and we'll talk about your Rolling Stones experience.
Okay.
Sound good?
Sounds good. So let's go into rating.
Your familiarity.
So
1 is like you've never heard of them before, and 10 is, oh my God, they're your favorite.
Maybe, so I'm trying to think. I know that they're a band, but I didn't recognize any of their songs when you listed them. So that, ouch, Rachel. I'm guessing 2 or 3.
Yeah, I think once you listen, you're going to recognize a couple more. I'm really crossing my fingers for that.
I'm hoping so too. Or if I haven't, then I'm just going to learn some stuff this week.
You are. Okay, Rachel, I'll see you in a week.
All right, sounds good.
Welcome back. Rachel, you spent the last week listening to the Rolling Stones.
The Rolling Stones, also known as the Stones.
That's right. How'd it go?
I think it went well. I think it's, I wouldn't say it's the best week that I've had, because there's some things that I did like and some things I didn't like. But, overall, it didn't make me hate you and not be friends with you for choosing the Rolling Stones. So that's always a good thing.
Okay, well, that's good. Let's start by talking a little bit about the history of the Rolling Stones. They became a band in 1962. And although they've had problems throughout the years and different band members coming in and out, they never broke up. So they are, I believe, the longest running rock band in history.
So you're saying they're still alive?
Some of them. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
The original guitarist who co-founded the band passed away in 1969. And they've had different members come in and out. But the 2 main guys, the core of the band, which is the singer, Mick Jagger, and Keith Richards, the guitarist, they've been part of the band since then. And they've actually even known each other since they were kids.
Oh, that's sweet.
Isn't it nice?
Oh, they're best friends.
Yeah.
Personally, they were friends?
I think you would have to be to work that closely.
Yeah.
For so long.
I would think so too. Cool. I like that. I like that little history. I'm a history buff, so that kind of makes me happy. All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
So I have a couple questions though.
Okay.
So I was on Pinterest. And I like Pinterest because it has the little images and kind of brings from the topic that I'm looking at. And then, so I saw these lips when looking for the Rolling Stones.
Okay.
I don't understand. Why do lips have anything to do with music with the Rolling Stones? What
so
is
you're
that?
Talking about the red lips with the tongue sticking out.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what are they doing? Is it something that they've always done, or?
Almost, yeah. So that's known as Hot Lips, and that's their logo. Mick Jagger, in 1969, went to an artist. He paid £50. And he asked him to design a logo for the band. And he wanted the inspiration to be the Indian goddess Kali or Kali. It's like the goddess that has her tongue sticking out.
Okay.
And the artist took that and looked at Mick Jagger's face with his giant mouth and his giant lips. And so he designed it kind of on the goddess, but also kind of on Mick. They used that image in the first time in 1971 on their album Sticky Fingers, and then they've just been using it consistently. And lots of other bands have followed in their example of having a logo that they kind of, you see that image and you know that's that band.
Exactly, because when I was on Pinterest, I just would see that logo, and I'm like, what in the world is this?
Yeah.
Thank you. I like that explanation. I
You're
appreciate that. So you're saying that there are two guys in the band, two main guys, but how many people are total in the band?
So there's 5.
Okay.
But like I said, one band member might leave and they would bring in a different band member.
Huh.
And they've also had guest keyboardists throughout the years also, like Billy Preston. You don't know who that is. That's okay. That's okay. He's a famous keyboardist. He worked with the Beatles. He worked with lots of different artists. And he worked with them in the 70s. And so they've had many people come in and out. But Keith and Mick are always together.
They're BFFs. Huh. Another thing is, I'm not sure if this restaurant is here in Texas, but I know it's on the East Coast, and specifically, I know it's in Ohio.
What restaurant are you talking about?
Ruby Tuesday.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Like, one of the songs that I heard that, you had on the Spotify account, and the title is Ruby Tuesday. So, did they name it after the restaurant, or did the restaurant name it after them?
The restaurant is named for the Rolling Stones song. The restaurant was formed about like 5 or 10 years later, sometime in the 70s.
Really?
Yep.
That's really funny. There's some family memories at Ruby Tuesdays on my husband's side, so it's kind of, that's how I always knew Ruby Tuesday as the restaurant, and now I know that it actually came from the Rolling Stones.
See, I always knew it as the song. One more song I want to talk about before we talk about the songs you didn't like.
Okay.
Is when we were discussing the band last week, you were guessing oldie songs, and you guessed My Girl.
Yeah?
Now, the version of My Girl that I know you are thinking of is not by the Rolling Stones. But they did cover the song 2 years later in 1967. It's a deep cut. I wasn't familiar with it. I stumbled upon it. And it's on their album called Flowers. And so even though they didn't write the song, and even though I know you don't know the Rolling Stones version of the song, they did record My Girl. So I just wanted to clarify that for you.
That's kind of cool. I like that. Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's talk about the songs you didn't like.
Okay. I think I liked vast majority of them, but there were 3 specific songs that just really, I tried listening multiple times, and it just wouldn't work for me.
Yeah, you had to listen to them 7 times. So.
Yes. So one of them was Get Off My Cloud.
I love that one.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Why didn't you like it?
I didn't like the lyrics, and I didn't like specifically how it was sung.
Okay.
I don't know why. I just didn't like that one. I didn't like Give Me Shelter or Time on My Side. And I think for Time on My Side specifically, I didn't like the wailing.
Okay. I'm surprised you found it wailing. I thought you would like it because it sounds a little bit more doo-woppy. I mean, it's a little bit older. It sounds like an oldie.
Like the wailing as in wailing, not woo.
Okay.
That's my imitation of a whale, by the way.
Okay. Well, either way, I'm still
just
surprised you didn't like it.
Yeah, it just wasn't my favorite. Sorry.
I picked one just for you.
I did have some ones that I did like.
Okay, well, let's talk about those.
Okay, so my favorite one was Beast of Burden.
Okay, why?
And I think a little bit because I like the song, I like the lyrics.
Okay.
But also, I also like the memories. Like, my daughter and I really had a lot of fun this week.
And that was the first time you'd ever heard that song?
Correct. I've never heard that song before.
Just clarifying.
I don't think I've heard, the Rolling Stones before this. And
okay.
So
you're listening to Beast of Burden with your daughter.
And we're just dancing in the kitchen. She likes the song, and so...
Yeah, has a nice little relaxed beat to it. You can kind of sway.
Yeah, we were unloading the dishwasher, but just dancing.
Nice.
It was fun. I also like Paint It Black.
Okay.
So I think I've heard this song before, but I'm not sure.
It's in a lot of stuff. Have you seen the new show called Aquarius with David Duchovny?
No.
Okay. It was in that.
Oh. It's probably in one of those movies or shows that I've seen before.
Yeah, it's a standard 60s rocker that you would hear in lots of things about from that time period.
Yeah, I really like that song. I thought that was one of my favorites on the top list.
Why did you like it?
One thing, I was pretty proud of myself that I can recognize the first kind of, I would say 30 seconds. I was like, wait a second, I've heard this before.
So familiarity.
I think familiarity is one of the big things. And then
Okay.
the second is, I was kind of curious. It made me question, what is it? You know, what is that?
What is it?
In the lyrics of what they're talking about.
You mean the
What is
thing
the
they're
song
painting
about?
black?
Yes.
What do you think it's about?
I have no idea.
So when you read the lyrics of this song, my general impression is that, I mean, it's a depressing song, right? He looks at everything and he wants it to paint it black. He doesn't want to look at girls going by. He doesn't want to experience happy things. And the general impression of this song, and this is why I'm surprised you like it so much, is because it's about death.
Huh.
Like, I see a line of cars and they're all painted black. It's like a funeral procession.
Huh.
Or the his love that will never come back.
Really?
Yeah, so he's looking at the girls walking by or looking at the red door, and everything is clouded by his depression and his sadness.
I am surprised now that I'm hearing the lyrics and kind of understanding a little bit it's about death.
But that doesn't mean it's not an awesome song.
No, like, I don't know. I like color, and I liked how he said red door.
that he
and-
wants to paint black.
Oh. Well, it used to be red.
Yeah. Okay. Any other songs you want to talk about? What's one more you liked, maybe?
Lose your dreams and you'll lose your mind.
What song is that from?
That's from Ruby Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
And I know we talked a little bit about that one before. I really like that lyric. I like
Stuck
how
out to you.
lose your dreams and you'll lose your mind. It's like losing yourself. And I like that. It's just, I like how he put it in words and put it in lyrics and put it in a song.
I think you might be a lyrics person.
Really?
I'm more of a sound person. Like, for example, Paint It Black. I don't care that it's about death. I just like the tune and the way the song makes me feel. But it seems like you really, in some ways, connect with certain lines or certain lyrics, and they make you have an affinity for a song that you might not otherwise enjoy.
And I like to read and stuff like that. And I understand, like, so I was listening to the musics of, you know, the Rolling Stone throughout the week.
Mm-hmm.
But then there was one day I took a break and not listened, and I printed off all the lyrics of each of the songs.
You did?
Yeah.
You're serious about this.
Well, yeah, I like that. The homework's fun. Yay.
Okay.
For homework. And so I was just reading it instead of just listening to it.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, you know, red door to painting it black. I didn't know it was about depression. But
That one didn't.
it didn't click.
Didn't click.
But I like reading it.
Mm-hmm. Let's talk about one more song that you liked.
Start Me Up. I like that one. I think it's an upbeat one. It made me want to. I was listening to the car, which I normally don't listen to music in the car, which is a big deal for me. And you know, I wanted to roll down the windows. I wanted to just kind of feel like I was in California or something.
Were you singing along with Start Me Up?
Yeah, after the third or fourth time, because I've never heard the song before. But because at first I was just like, I like this beat. Okay, this works. Da, 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 da.
I like that song too, though my affinity for it comes from the A Mighty Wind soundtrack. Have you seen that movie? It's a Christopher Guest movie.
No,
Really?
I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll post on our Facebook a
Okay.
link to one of the bands from that movie covering Start Me Up.
That's cool.
It's a very amusing song, and it makes me like the Rolling Stones song more.
I like that.
Okay. Do you have any more questions for me?
Yeah, so you mentioned before that there are two main guys.
Yeah.
But who writes these songs? Is it both of them together? Is it one of them by themselves? Or is it someone that we know as behind the curtain?
No,
like in
no.
Wizard of Oz?
It's generally Mick Jagger and Keith Richards who write the songs. And a perfect example of their songwriting partnership is the song Satisfaction. Keith Richards, no joke, in his sleep, got up, played those first 5 notes, the na 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 na, that, then and recorded it, and then went back to sleep and woke up and saw his guitar was moved, and like listened to the tape, and there's this riff. And then later, Mick Jagger wrote the lyrics to the song. But this song is really, really important in rock music history. And I know that the Rolling Stone magazine's lists are easily disputed, but Rolling Stone magazine said that this song was the second greatest song of all time. Like,
wow.
They listed 500 greatest songs, and Satisfaction is number 2 because of how it moved rock forward. That fuzzy guitar, it's kind of this bad boy feel. I don't care, forget the man. You know, they're shirking authority, they're shirking responsibility. You know, they don't want some ad guy telling them how white their shirt should be or whatever. So
wow.
This song, that's this frustration of a generation, you know, and that youthful bad boy attitude changed rock music forever. So it's a really important song.
That's super cool. I never knew that. Second best. Dude, that's awesome.
According to Rolling Stone magazine. I mean,
yeah.
It's one group's opinion.
But still, to gain number 2 on someone's opinion is pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, Rachel, we've talked about the Stones. You've listened to the Stones, investigated some of the songs. Let's talk about your rating, your listenability rating, the future of you listening to the Rolling Stones.
Okay.
Let's clarify the numbers. 1 being you want to throw it in the garbage and never listen to it again. And 10 being you love it and you'd like to own their music and listen to it in your car.
I'm actually conflicted.
Okay.
A little bit more than I thought I would.
Really?
Especially because I was actually going to give them a lower rating.
Okay.
But after listening some of the history stuff, and I'm a big history person, and that part really affects me.
Okay.
And the lyrics part affects me, so that's 2 props up.
Okay.
But the music, I was like half and half. Like there's some stuff I liked and some stuff I didn't. And so I can't give it a complete 10.
That's okay.
But I can give it maybe more of a closer 5, 6.
Okay, you want to pick one of those?
Probably a 5.
So you would listen to maybe some of the songs that you liked on this playlist again.
Maybe 1 or 2 of them or 3 of them, but
Okay.
I wouldn't be like, I need to go get get an album for it.
Right. Well, that's up there in the 9-10 range.
Yeah.
So seems like a 5 is a good choice.
Yeah.
And this is an important band for you to know about, whether or not you really go out of your way to listen to their music again. They're part of the foundation for lots of other music we'll be talking about in the future.
Oh, cool. Especially since they got a number 2 on from the magazine. So.
Yeah. So, thanks for listening to the Rolling Stones this week, Rachel.
Thank you.
And we just encourage our listeners to share music with someone that you love.
Yeah.
Do you want to add anything to that?
Nope. Feel free to follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
Twitter at Music She Missed.
Yes. And then also check out our Spotify playlists at Spotify:/user:/Music She Missed.
That's the best way to not miss us.
Yes.
You can also rate us on iTunes. Thank you for listening.
And have a great week.
Bye.
Bye.